Hello, giant bomb fanatics and vampires and people who have survived vampires. This game is for you. This is Vampire Survivors. This is an early access. I have been told probably a wise idea if you have any kind of flashing color issue or any kind of, if those warnings in front of games have ever applied to you, you might want to close your eyes because this game has a lot of flashing lights and everything like that. This came out like in late December, I want to say. We did I did a quick little stream in January, but we are back. It's been patched up with a lot of new stuff, and we figured we'd take another look at it. I'm joined by Jan Ochoa and Jeff Gerstmann.
Hi. Hello.
Blade Trinity is not that bad of a movie, I think.
I've been meaning to watch it.
Holy Bibles.
Let me turn this down a little bit since nobody can hear it anyways. It's too loud in my head. One of the things I like about this game is you don't really need to hear it to play it. I'm going to go and pick this up. One of the new things that this is a moving game. You really don't ever attack. You pick up power-ups that are all automatically fired. It's hecka fun. It also is a game that's very much, you need novelty. Like I kind of stop playing it every time until in between patches, because it's kind of fun to sit back and hang back and play it. But to get down to the nitty gritty, I'm only moving here. I have picked up some stuff. I'm about 10 minutes into this run. They last about half an hour. I'm going to get my King Bible all leveled up, and I'm going to start getting some stuff upgraded here. I'm going to pick up this. It's a simple game to play. It's a little bit complicated to explain the mechanics of it.
Yeah.
So what the fuck? I have multiple things that I can't. Oh, I think the evolved weapons might do have that timer of 10 minutes. I've heard rumors about that where you can't get an evolved weapon before 10 minutes go by.
Cherry bomb.
Yeah, this is a new character. This is a sloth. He's basically the same as the skeleton guy with an extra. He has. I kind of want the empty tome.
Empty tome.
I'll get my last. Yeah, the empty tome is pretty good. Keep shooting a lot. So again, I'm not doing anything. I'm just moving here, and all my attacks go off on cooldowns. And
yeah, they all have their own rules, right? It's like the knife points fires in the direction you're facing. The boomerang shoots, I think, or the closest enemy. The Bibles just spin around you. So it's like everything's kind of got its own thing.
I'm getting a lot of levels up. So
yeah,
also
you're going fast, buddy.
I'm going crazy here. Holy shit! I don't know what happened here. I might have hit one of those. Power-ups that draws in all the little gems back to your body. But that was a quick. That was a lot of levels really quickly. These enemies kind of comes in waves. They will have some lulls at times, and then over time as you play, there'll be like bigger waves of enemies coming at you. This one's a rare right here, so I think I should be able to evolve a weapon as soon as I get this dude dead. I'm looking forward to. I haven't tried this lightning ring yet, and I'm hoping this is the evolution here of the. I think I also have the Santa Rosa, the Santa water. Could be evolved here. This, and instead I got the King Bible, which is one of my favorite evolutions in this game.
Hot Bibles.
It's been very good for a very long time. You'll see it popping up here. It never ends. And now that my area of effect is so big too, this is going to hurt everybody that it sees.
Infinite Bibles.
Yep.
That's
and
right.
now I can...
Not just in hotel rooms, it's everywhere.
Yeah. Last time I played, I had infinite Bibles and I had infinite knives, and it was crazy.
I think I'm on pace to evolve 4 weapons here if I'm doing my math right. The most I've ever gotten in one run is 5, but since this new character, the sloth, he basically gets extra projectiles like the skeleton character, like I said, but he has the cherry bomb ability, which is not currently evolvable. Some of the characters that you start off with will have, they'll start off with one of the weapons that you can evolve, which is great because you really do kind of want to evolve as many weapons as you can. But this one has a new weapon that you can get up to level 8, but it can't evolve into anything more powerful than that. So
how do you evolve a weapon?
You have to get the weapon itself, and then you have to find a side item. So a lot of you see the 2 rows of my gear up there in the upper left. The top row is weapons, and the bottom row are kind of support items, extra armor, extra health, make the pickups come in from farther away, all that kind of stuff. More damage, it kind of buffs in a way, in a sense. And every weapon, most weapons match up with a certain kind of buff. And if you get both of those items into your inventory and then you kill a rare character, you can have a chance. You almost always will evolve it into a powerful.
Yeah, I think the weapon itself has to be maximum level, but the item does not.
That's true. And then you have to kill a rare character, find a treasure chest, and then you will get a upgraded version of it. And so right now, my King Bible that was rotating around and was on a cooldown is now basically going off forever for the rest of this run. And I'm going to see if I can kill something else here real quick and get another evolved weapon. Like I said, this came out in a pretty, I mean, it hasn't changed mechanically a huge amount since it came out in late December. But they have been patching a significant amount of new stuff in their new characters, new weapons, new evolutions for everything. There were only a few evolutions when the game first came out. They have a very large amount of them. My only complaint is I have to open up a web browser every time I play this game to figure out which one's which.
I've yet to do that. I've just been kind of winging it and hoping for the best. But yeah. Yeah,
so I got the evolved
lightning. It's pretty good.
I have never seen this yet, so let's see what happens here. It takes a while. Oh my god, holy shit.
Whoa.
It's going to be... So I'm already pretty much devastating everything.
Rory, I want you to stand still. Just stand still.
There we go. Stand still for a second here. Okay, yeah, so I just got the pickup that you see the Santa water kind of rotates around me. It's killing everything that comes in. It is definitely a game where if you just go randomly and pick up stuff, you can have a pretty good run. But if you do kind of plan ahead and look up what the evolutions are, obviously now nobody's even coming close to me, which it makes this kind of an idle game in a weird way. Like if you organize your character correctly, you really don't have to do much. You kind of move around a little bit. It will get a little more complicated around the 25-minute mark. And if anybody else wants to play as well, feel free to do so. We're all set up here, but I'm going to try and get some more evolves here. And then bosses will start to spawn in. I think the next boss is around... I forget the timing on everything. There are rare enemies, and then there are bosses. There's definitely a boss at level 25. I believe Mr. Vampire himself shows up, and you survive him. There is kind of a hard out at half an hour, but honestly, after half... Oh, yeah, another big attract orb. That's good. Killing everything.
Killing
everything, leveling up, living, loving.
Yep, doing well. There is they've also added a new level to this game as well. So they have a couple. The opening, man, I am just getting crazy here.
Whoa! It's raining.
It's raining axes. Some of the evolutions of these weapons are actually pretty interesting. Like I don't like some of them. Like I think the Holy Cross one is actually kind of a downgrade when you evolve it. But the axe one's pretty good, and obviously the Bible's pretty good. And honestly, if you get more than 2 or 3 of these evolutions going at the same time, you are pretty much a lock to get to half an hour. Which is when, if we get there, you'll see what happens. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. But yeah, it's fun. It's a very simple game. It is $3. I believe it's made by a very small team somewhere in the world. Somewhere on Earth are the people making this game. But they have said they're going to slow down the patch cadence a little bit, make it every 2 weeks, just to make them a little more solid and not just throwing stuff at the wall. I am just absolutely destroying everything.
It's been fun though, having it just like update and like, oh, okay, there's like 4 new, evolutions and all the, it's just, there's a bunch of the additions have been, that's been what's kept me coming back. I think like you, it's like when a patch hits and you're like, oh, there's a bunch of new crazy stuff, but they added these 2 new levels. There was only 2 levels when I played last time, and they added 3 and 4, and I played 3 and I didn't much care for it. And I don't know that I like level 1 that much either. And
that's a tough one.
This one you're in, the library, I think is the one that I like.
Yeah. This has a hyper mode too. Yeah, this is hyper evolved to water now, so it's going to start doing... I have 4 evolutions now. I think I'm still working... No, I'm 3. I'm still working on the fire wand and the axe, and those should be evolved pretty soon. And I'm basically untouchable at this point. Like, nobody can even get close to me. So it is kind of a power fantasy kind of thing as well. Like, I am just absolutely murdering everything. The first couple times you play this, you will have a much harder time, especially since you don't unlock this kind of hyper mode. I should probably have played this on the normal movement. I'm moving about twice as fast as you do on normal, but I haven't played anything but hyper mode in so long that is kind of the only way.
How do you? I have not unlocked hyper mode. How do you actually unlock hyper mode? Do you know?
I think there must be most of the unlocks are tied to achievements, so I'm not exactly sure which that one is specifically.
Get her, Rory.
Yeah, she's this one's This might be the 15-minute boss who is taking 1 million damage a second. And so now I'm getting down to the kind of things where I'm not finding a lot of upgrades for my weapons since I've already upgraded most of them. This is the evolved axe. Now it's the death spiral, and that will go around from me and just kill it. Look at that thing.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
sure.
man. Yeah,
That's
yeah. This is a really good one. Attract orb. Now I'm going to be picking up stuff from across the map, and I'm basically untouchable.
According to the Giant Bomb chat, hyper mode is beat the boss at level of a level at 25 minutes.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
I thought I had done that. That's
I would have thought that you had.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is beating that boss, and then it gets pretty crazy after. Feel free to feed me questions if you don't mind, Jan. I am
totally.
not obviously able to look at chat while I'm doing this. Actually, I could probably just stop moving and then look at chat because it doesn't really matter at all.
If you're watching live on giantbomb.com, you can use the Ask a Question feature, and I'll relay that to Rory here.
Thank you. I'm going to keep on upgrading this cherry bomb. That cherry bomb's getting big. But basically, yeah, I've played this game enough to the point where I am I haven't really not gotten to the half-hour mark in a while unless I wanted to quit out early. Because as you can see, we are kind of doing cray stuff here, and everybody that comes within a few feet of me is just gonna die immediately. I think I have one more evolution to go here. That might be the fire wand should be evolved here. That is the skull, the hellfire evolved fire wand. So now I have 4 evolved weapons here, and I'm gonna just start. I'm gonna start murdering everything.
You're gonna start murdering.
Yeah.
I don't even see your player character anymore, Rory.
No, it's pretty much. This is pretty much the end of the game. 15 minutes in, I'm already basically unkillable.
This is a
which I'm very
nightmare for
happy
compression right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This when I did my stream in January, I kind of I noticed that too. It's a lot of bits and pixels on this thing. I apologize for that, but.
Yeah, for $3, I feel like I've gotten an obscene amount of time and entertainment out of that.
Yeah, I've definitely been chasing the achievements. None of them are like super complicated. There's mostly
pretty
just
straightforward,
time,
right? Yeah,
time investment kind of stuff. You just gotta put a little time into it. And now it's just clicking buttons and killing things.
We're
gonna
couple questions.
Stone Mask is up there. You can grab that.
Oh yeah, sorry, I missed that one.
12th item. Back to the left. Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
A
Okay,
couple questions of the similar ilk. What genre does this start to fall into?
Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to let Jeff pick a genre for this one for the wiki. I'm not sure. It's
action in the wiki. It would just be action. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of. I wouldn't even say it's roguelite-ish. I mean, you do have upgrades that you can pick up for yourself and buy between rounds for more health and more luck.
But at the same time, it's run based, and like items unlock as items show up more frequently once you've unlocked them and stuff. Like you know, that's a very roguelite sort of thing. Like it falls relatively directly into that. I think the thing is people keep trying to say like, is this a walking simulator? And like,
oh yeah,
that's very funny. Thank you. That's very funny.
Yeah. It is good.
Apparently, you can hit pause and see items on a map now.
Oh, I didn't realize that part.
Not on this level. I think
okay.
on a later level, on level 3, I think you can do that.
Heard that the new level, which I should be able to unlock as soon as I get done with this one, but let's finish this run up real quick.
Yeah, sure.
At this point, you kind of got the idea. It's a weird game to start playing because you really do have to kind of get used to the idea that you're not. I'm not hitting a single button. I'm just moving my left trigger back and forth to kind of sweep up all my ill-gotten gains here. Or oh shit, I'm actually losing health. I think been running into things. I'm getting overconfident. So I'm gonna eat some floor chicken for sure. So I was actually getting hurt there. If you get too cocky and I can't see myself and I can't hear the way I have this stream set up, there is a little tone that plays when you get hit by enemies, but I do have to be a little cautious here because as obviously the time goes on, you will start to hit. The enemies will have more health, and they'll get a little bit tougher and bigger and a lot more forceful in trying to get to you. The one thing I'm really kind of glad about this game is I haven't put in any kind of ranged enemies. They all just kind of make a beeline for you. It's very simple. It's not like you have to dodge anything. All you really have to... I got another rare over here. Oh, treasure chest. Let's see what I got. I don't think I can get anything now except for more gold and health from my pickups, but...
Someone is at the door. I'll be right back.
No worries, Jan. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing all right. You know,
Good.
it's
Busy week.
yeah, kinda. It's been a handful of them. You know, just kind of doing my thing. You know,
Recommend
meetings
good
and video games. A little bit of
Yeah.
Elden Ring. A little bit. I just this morning I went back and realized I hadn't killed that tree sentinel at the very beginning of the game, and I was like, let's go murder that dude. And so I did.
I don't even know what that is. I have stopped playing that game until they fucking figure out that PC frame rate issue, which is
You know, I was
pretty
playing it
distracting.
on a personal computer this morning,
Yeah.
and for some reason it seemed really bad, and it hasn't
Yeah.
been bad for me.
the last patch apparently.
Yeah,
The last
I don't
patch apparently
know.
made it a little bit worse for a lot of people. Apparently, it runs great on Steam Deck, which I've heard, but I am probably going to wait. I've liked what little I played of that. I got to Marguerite or whatever the name is of
Yeah.
that bridge, and I got her down halfway on my first try, which I felt pretty good about. But until they do fix some of the frame rate stuff, I'm probably gonna hold off on doing.
I thought we were
anything too
talking
crazy.
about this game at first in frame rate, and it got kind of confused.
Oh no, sorry. Talking about Elden Ring as all conversations must. Here is the 20-minute boss who is going to live for about a lot less than 20 minutes.
Hit him with
Yeah.
a Bible.
Yeah, I'm just you kind of scoot over a little bit and just let the Bible kind of buzzsaw right through them and everything like that. But no, Elden Ring seems really good. I've been playing a lot
Holiest
of
paper cut.
yeah. Speak of the devil, I've been playing a lot of Dying Light 2, and I'm going to try to finish that today on a stream. If you're watching today, join me in about 6 hours after, 5 hours after this one. We'll try to beat Dying Light 2 because I've been playing a bunch of that, and I'd like to move on to other things. And I figured I might as well. I hit the point of no return in that game, which is probably not the point of no return, but we'll play it a little bit and find out. A lot of good games out lately. It's
Yeah.
been crazy.
Yeah, I'm doing my best to exercise restraint here. I want to play Elden Ring, and I don't know that I will finish it because it is obviously a pretty long game and all this other stuff. But there is a massive cheat engine table for it that it gives you infinite jump and all, like just like really letting you pick that game apart in ways that sound really fascinating to me. Just as like I want to explore that in the weird way that cheating sometimes allows. But I don't want to do that until I have gotten to a point where I'm done playing it for realsies. So
I hit that point in Sekiro with Lady Butterfly, and I was not able to beat that boss. I'll say it straight up. I do not have the reflexes to counter that shit that she did, and I did a little cheating of that on a UPF one time to try to make it, and even like 50% slowed down, I was still getting my ass kicked in Sekiro. I just don't have, which is, Elden Ring, I like to have Sword and Shield. I really appreciate the fact that the Dark Souls games have always let you do that. And that's probably what I found a spear the other day too, so I'm going to probably try that out, because in the old Dark Souls games, you could do spear attacks without dropping your shield. It just took a lot of endurance.
Right.
I
got my flail. I'm just two-handing my flail and just run around and
I never did two-handed weapons in
with
those
it.
games. You never dodge well enough.
I realized I'm not good at timing the shield, so instead I'm just rolling all the time anyway. So I figured
I've stopped rolling, and I'm actually just jumping now.
Huh.
Because I found the jump to be faster than the roll, and just jumping out of the way, you cover more distance.
Yeah.
I went through the most convoluted quest, and I say quest in quotation marks, to find a spot to just farm, because the most entertaining thing for me in Elden Ring so far is seeing like a new farming location pop up, and then people swearing like, I get 1,000,000 runes in an hour based off this one spot. And the place I'm at now, it's just a lot of blood.
Yeah.
A lot of blood and birds.
Sure. Yeah.
It's great.
I've been trying to avoid the discourse as much as possible, just because I don't really have story wise, I'm not even sure what there is to spoil there, but always a good amount of discovery. But I got to the point where I muted it on Twitter, so I avoid, because everybody's tweeting about that game right now, and they should be talking about Vampire Survivors, which is only $3. But like I said, this game has a pretty aggressive patch schedule, but there is a little bit of, once you see the new content, this is not the kind of game I turn on for like half an hour in the evening to unwind or relax. Like at beyond a certain point, it becomes kind of rote, and there's no real way to die anymore, which is great if you want to feel powerful. Like I feel like you're really kicking ass in a run like this. but also it becomes a little bit less of a challenge, or it's just kind of you're just watching numbers go up over time, which is fun.
No, yeah, I've been playing it. I was definitely playing it every night for about half an hour, and then I feel like I got a lot of the achievements and fell off because I wasn't seeing new stuff anymore, and didn't play it for probably like a month or something, and then picked it back up last week, and was pleasantly surprised by all the new evolutions and the levels and stuff. And I was like, oh, great! There's a lot of cool stuff here.
I'd be curious. You said you haven't been looking anything up. That must be a pretty interesting way to play, because there is no real information in the game about which weapon and item combinations will evolve. You will get some of them just naturally by,
picking and choosing.
But randomly you'll get some. There's enough of them together to get you some of them. But if you do go into it with a plan, you will get rewarded with just ungodly amounts of DPS. The one that I've only done once is the evolution of the 2 birds. There are a couple of bird upgrades that you can get, or weapons. They're really random and at low level. Here we go. This is going to get chunky for everybody.
Rory, you have generally the best connection to my place for streaming stuff on UPF, and this looks like butt.
I should have recorded it locally. Sorry. That
no. This is
better. This is good. It's what it's gonna be, man. It's a lot of pixels moving around here, and I should be about to get to Dracula in 25, and then we'll get to 30, and maybe somebody else can start a game too, and I can do the new level, and we can kind of bounce around for a little bit. I don't think we probably need to do a whole other half hour, but we can see some of the. Oh my God! Look at these numbers go up. Oh boy!
Just look at these numbers.
Just look at these numbers. I'm gonna stand here again for a bit and just kind of let this play out. Let's see if anybody can actually get close to me.
Even the numbers look like a Castlevania font.
Yeah, that's one of the things that
boosted Castlevania stuff in here.
Yeah, you will notice that a lot of this was kind of definitely influenced by Castlevania aesthetic. I hesitate to say they've ripped anything off from that game, because I have a feeling Konami would have already been on their asses. But they are definitely. This is very much a Castlevania-inspired kind of thing, in an entirely different direction than I would think most people go. So here we go. There should be a vampire popping up here in a second. Let's see where he is. It is kind of predictable. There he is, up at the top here. That's Mr. Vampire or Mr. Dracula. I don't know if they have an actual name. They're probably doing the achievements, but I haven't seen them too much. So they have a huge amount of health.
It's Mr. Dracula.
Sir Esquire. So he is taking a bunch of damage here, but he will die of it. And I'm getting so many bags of gold.
Question from the chat real quick.
Sure.
Sorry, Rory. Go ahead. Finish.
Gold is used in between runs to purchase upgrades that are persistent throughout the game. So if you want to get more health, more luck, more armor, more health regeneration, that kind of stuff, you can buy that in between rounds. This is actually going slower on my computer now that it's actually slowing my entire system down to run this many pixels on a 3080. Still early access, so it's only version like 0.3. It's probably got a lot of optimization to go, so I wouldn't run this on a tiny little laptop and expect it to go too well. But yeah, this is chunking my own system now, which is kind of crazy, but it's also really funny.
Question from the chat. Y'all's preferred weapon. Jeff, I know you expressed interest in the garlic before.
Garlic seems less powerful now.
Yeah,
I think Bibles might be the thing.
They nerfed both the garlic and the Bible at some point, but the Bible still seems to be probably my favorite. It just kind of is a constant thing, so it's always hitting somebody, and they bounce off. There is pushback with damage, so it's a good way to prevent like this big wave. Now the waves of enemies are going to get actually pretty crazy, and you might think how powerful I have been all this time. There's no way anybody can get to me, but I guarantee you it's about to start getting very fresh here in the Vampire Survivors world. Let me get this thing here that's going to draw in all. There are little pickups that'll draw in all the gems from across the level to you, and I'm
surprised you even saw that.
Yeah,
these cherry bombs are now just kind of going in one direction. I think I've somewhat broken part of this game, and maybe it's just a lot of math going on in the background, but yes, for the last like 3 minutes of this run, you'll see basically huge amounts of enemies trying to get to me. They ramp everything up to 10 if it wasn't already. And the game now is to survive. There are defensive items that you can pick up for health regen, more armor, so you take less damage. I never get those because it doesn't really matter until the very end of the level. It makes the difference between getting from like surviving until minute 29 and surviving until minute 30. I've actually survived till minute 34 before, and that was a very weird confluence of abilities, and I'll show you'll see what happens at the end of this run that makes surviving past level 30 such a challenge. Holy mackerel, it's going slow.
I think what happened to me is I got to the 30-minute mark, but maybe I had not beaten Mr. Dracula, like he was still walking around.
That would be a tough one. If you go too far away, he might have not been able to catch up with you. But for now, I'm just going to stand here and dare them to reach me for the next few minutes. Whew.
Yeah, this is one of those games where I thought, I'll just do a quick 10-minute run, just waste some time, and then I've wound up doing 2 30-minute runs.
Yeah, it's a little weirdly addictive once you get into it. I find that the initial, I was playing it every night for a few nights, and after I got to a point where I kind of had a handle on everything. Yeah, oh my god, it looks like ice cream on my screen, cause up all the compression, but there's not a huge amount you can do about it. Oh boy, yeah, look at that. It's coming in chunky now. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I hope I don't like hit an error or something. I haven't had this game crash a huge. I shouldn't even be tempting fate here. The library level here, the first level in the game is like an open forest where enemies can come at you from all sides. The library is actually a little bit easier because there's really only 2 directions they can come in, and there are these little kind of like library bookcase kind of things where you can kind of back yourself into a corner if you want to. Maybe I'll try to start working my way over to one of those, because this last group of here's one over here. This last group of huge waves can actually be pretty dire if you're not if you have people coming at you from each direction like you do sometimes.
Oh, there we go, Rory.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to book myself in here and see, because now they have to work their way around that bookcase. They can't like just walk through it.
Yeah.
Unless there's some of the flying enemies can kind of go through walls and stuff. But I think I'm doing okay here. I don't think this looks like a blur on Twitch.
This looks bad, but like I'm so into it.
I don't know how to change that, but it is. Yeah, you're seeing the ice cream explosion here. So my prog band or something. The only reason to even move at the end of this is to get more gems, which gives you more levels. But there's no real point. Like 25 gold is pretty low compared to what else. I don't really have a pressing need for gold at this point. I think I'm gonna hit level 30 pretty. Most of the time, this would be a little more dire, but I think my selection of weapons is making it very difficult for anybody to get close to me. You see that Santa water, and that is not a typo. It is called Santa water. It's just kind of rotating around me and hitting everything. They have to walk across it to get to me, but they are not able to do that and actually get close to me. So this is a pretty good setup here. But problem is I'm probably not going to live too much longer past half an hour, as you'll discover why together with me here. I'm actually curious if you can see it at this point, but hopefully it'll be a little more clear at the end of this.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like I've gotten to the point where I think I know what you are talking about, as what the things that are about to attack you and all that sort of stuff. But I don't have hyper mode, so I don't know. Unless I got it in my last run, and I just haven't played since.
I'd actually be curious if you want to start up a game after we get done here. I will compare and contrast. The hyper mode makes you move a lot quicker. And it makes the enemies move a lot quicker as well. When you first start playing the game, it is pretty slow paced. With hyper mode, you can get a much higher level. You can get much more. Just kind of are always collecting more and more gear. Here they start coming in a lot more kind of dense collections. I'm still pushing them back mostly, but yeah, it's just crazy. It's just a crazy game. It is one of those things where the idea of it is almost like I would never think of. It is kind of reverse bullet hell, where you're the bullet hell person, which is a great tagline for this game. But it is one of those games where the concept itself was just kind of mildly genius. Even I'm curious about the longevity of it, but it's become super popular on Steam.
Yeah,
it has like 20,000 active subscribers to their Discord or something like that. Like people chatting away. It's here, and here we go. So that flash, and here is the Grim Reaper who just killed me immediately.
Well, that's not fun.
Oh,
Yeah. So the thing about the Grim Reaper is that if you have the land set, which freezes people, you can freeze him and run away. I had one time I did it to the point where I froze him, ran away. They start spawning more Grim Reapers into the level, and I think eventually I had like 4 Grim Reapers had to take me down. So now I have the dairy plant. This is a new level.
I also have the dairy plant.
Do you do as well? Do you want to do a run, Jan?
Let's all do a run, huh?
Okay, cool. Let's try it out and see.
I've been using the shirtless dude who gets a bonus extra projectile.
Is that
Gennaro.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Gennaro.
Mortasio is kind of an upgraded version of him, where he can get you can get more. You can get like 3 extra projectiles over the course of the game.
Well, I don't even have that unlocked. So.
Oh well. I'll go with Cavallo again here. I'll try this dairy plant.
Oh, you know what? I'll unlock Cavallo. And I'll also do the dairy plant with you, Rory.
Let's see. So I hear this is. I actually don't know very much about this level. Oh my god, I am immediately getting hurt. Apparently, there's some kind of objective I'm supposed to be going towards here. This is map unlocked over the weekend. I think I haven't had a chance to play it.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Birds is a hassle. I don't want to. I don't think the birds are very good.
I went with birds.
Yeah, they're amazing when you get them both up. So the one thing is that the evolution of the birds together become this other item, and that item can actually be evolved itself. So you can get to the level 8 with the evolution, which is like one of the only ones in the game. But yeah, they're not super easy to use early on. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah,
There's a green arrow on this thing.
Lightning ring is good.
I keep heading down too, Rory.
Oh dear, there's that's a lot of. Those are these okay. Those sprites of the dragon heads are straight from the Castlevania. I'm sorry, I'm not. I was like, let's not pretend anymore.
Yeah,
those
it's like added a new level, and they're like, we found a place to put in more Castlevania. And you're like, oh, great.
There's projectiles
fate
now.
Yes, there are. I noticed that too. There are projectiles in this level, which is kind of I had a feeling it would happen at some point. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but this is not hyper mode. So this is the speed I'm moving here is about as fast as I think it used to go. I am a sloth too, so I keep on dividing between whether I should be going for this arrow or trying to get some levels here.
Yeah, I keep going for it.
Yeah, might as well. Garlic. I'm gonna get the garlic. So the garlic is a little force field around you that will push enemies back gently. Used to be very, very powerful. Like the only way to go early on in this game when it came out was the garlic. But oh boy, I need to look up my.
Oh shoot.
Look up my thing. What goes with What goes with clover? Cross. I like the cross. I'll try the clover here. What goes with the empty tome? Magic wand? Nah, fuck it. But the garlic does get bigger as you upgrade the garlic. It makes a bigger field around you, which will push enemies away, which is nice. It does never done a huge amount of damage, but they did seem to have nerfed it a little bit. It does, once you evolve it, I think it's like a health-sucking field where actually improve your health when it damages people, which is kind of cool. But
I'm convinced there's nothing at the bottom of this whenever I get to this green arrow.
I got down there and got. I think that's the map when you do eventually get there. But that's the one run I did in that level. I just ran down, got that item, and then immediately died.
Okay. So I think it's one of those things that persists, right? They said, I think that thing will.
I believe that's the case.
Yeah. In a weird way, I mean, this game could have had that weird. Kind of, Dark Souls-y, talk about it on, Discord, trying to figure out what the heck's going on. But everything pretty much is immediately found out as soon as these patches come out. So it's
the achievements really point directly to new achievements get added alongside the new evolutions, and so it's pretty clear like what direction you should be going in.
Ooh, boy, that's a lot of people down here. I don't know what I got some squids on me or something.
Yeah, I got to the jellyfish too. They pulse in and out.
Yeah, I went right past those. Let's see what else I can do. I got a boss on me now.
I'm gonna go to the library. I like the library.
Go to the library. Library is the safe space. Libraries you can watch porn there. They can't kick you out. It's the law.
Oh, hyper mode is fast. Jesus.
Yeah, it's really fast. It's good. It's a way to play. To be honest with you, this feels very slow in comparison now. Like it just does feel like it's kind of okay. Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna keep going with some garlic here. I think. I'll try it out and see. But I do feel like a number of enemies are becoming rather a lot. More garlic, thank you.
Oh, leave me alone.
If you're curious,
Stabbing these mummies.
Yeah, there is a health meter under your character. You can get chicken from a lot of. Hey, sometimes there'll be chicken in a candle, and that's just the way that it works in this kind of world. So I have the pomarolo, which is now the garlic evolves. Let's see if we can get this evolved garlic. It kind of becomes a bigger circle. Oh shit! What the fuck? I had a big like exclamation point over my head, like I was Solid Snake there for a second.
I had that for a second as well.
That's interesting. I've never seen that before. I guess they're trying to let you.
It's kind of cool that the new maps have like some seeming like mechanical differences, like the mine carts and stuff. In level 3, you can push them and they'll knock over enemies and kill them and stuff, and it's just weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
It's
they have to kind of do something new with the new maps, I think, because otherwise it's just going to be. I mean, the basic gameplay isn't changing too much, but I am a little curious about those projectiles because I had not seen those before trying this new level out. What is a bracer?
What should I go for if I'm going for the Santa Water?
Santa Water, you need the Attract Orb, it looks like.
Attract Orb.
Look at the Rune Tracer. The Rune Tracer is also one that can't be evolved, but it's pretty good. It pierces everything too, so when the screens get a little heavier, it's a nice one. I'm not playing to win. I'm just playing to have fun. That's the important thing here. I'm really curious about the future of this game, though. Like they definitely have a rabid kind of fan base, but a very opinionated one as well. Everybody has their favorite weapons, and they don't want them to be nerfed, or they want them to be opt. Is that a verb? Opping?
It is now.
Something? Okay.
You just
you give them ops plus O.
Big ops, and so it runs. I mean, it's one of those games that kind of runs on anything until the going gets really heavy. So it's a wide variety of fan base, and also the fact that it's $3 has led a lot of people to trying it out as well.
Yeah,
a lot of word of mouth about this game. Like I heard about it in early January. It's definitely exploded in popularity since then. So I know. Have you tried this on your Steam Deck yet, Jan?
Yeah, we looked at it when we did a demo of the Steam Deck. It's runs fine. I think the weirdest thing is that it looks wider.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's stretched, like the aspect ratio isn't right or something.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's throw some more knives.
The knives are really interesting when you get them to be kind of fully upgraded. It's not an AoE. It's a very directional point and shoot kind of thing, but you can punch your way out of big crowds just with this flurry of sharp objects coming out of you.
Stab my way out.
Yeah, like like evolved knife is really just about you walking in a straight line all the time and just punching your way through.
Oh dear. So I have found this. Sorry, go on, Jeff. Yeah,
that's it. You just punch your way through the crowds instead of standing still and letting everything die. You kind of have to be on the move a little bit more.
All right, so I have found this map thing down here. I finally got to the green arrow. Let's see what this does. Relic found.
Yeah,
Milky
so now
Way map.
when you pause the game, I think it'll
permanently enables the map in the pause menu. Let's see. Okay, that's interesting. So there are. That's kind of interesting. There's me here, and I got a candle up there, a candelabra. It looks like there are other items that I can pick up. The thing about the items that you can pick up, if you fill up your inventory before you find them on the map, you basically get them as extras. By default, you can only get 6 weapons and 6 items, but if you find the stone, like I did last map, if you find the stone mask, that will be added in a. I think there are traps here. I think that's what I'm hitting. I think some of these little things are just traps. I need health, and I've got more jellyfish on me. I don't remember jellyfish in Castlevania, but I don't.
You gotta do something new and different. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I gotta try it out. I'm gonna be restricted to the canonical Castlevania enemies here. I think I missed a rare over here. Let's go back and try to track it down.
Any idea what Rune Tracer combos with?
Nothing. So far, nothing. Rune Tracer. Yeah, it's still pretty powerful. Like it will pierce things and go through a lot of enemies. But yeah, that's all these weapons that don't have a match yet are almost guaranteed to have one in a patch at some point.
Yeah.
Although the ones, like I said, some of these characters have really big, powerful passive bonuses, but they don't have a weapon that can evolve by default. Like it doesn't have, or even a possible
Right.
evolution. So that is kind of a drawback to some of these characters. There are definitely some that are weaker than others. Like one of them is just very slow and doesn't do much damage, but is really lucky. Luck has one of these kind of shadow stats that has an effect on what you get when you open a treasure chest. It'll give you more options when you level up, so you might be able to pick a different thing than what you might otherwise by default get. I don't really go for luck in my runs, but I do get the luck. I purchase the luck upgrades at the store between missions. So,
well,
Yeah,
I've made all my choices on side items, so we'll see what we end up with evolving with. I don't know.
It's really weird sometimes because sometimes you're looking for a specific evolution and just don't find the weapon for it ever in a run, and you're just kind of like, oh, okay, well, I wanted to try that out, but I never got what I needed to do it. Still some interesting kind of choices that they've made where sometimes you just don't see a certain kind of item or weapon in a run. And I think I am going to die here because there are a lot more people coming here, and I have not done a very good job of... Duplicator is the best item in this game. I'm going to say that.
I'll agree with you there.
Yeah, the Duplicator is fantastic. It basically every item that you have does one more projectile, so it's a very big DPS upgrade in a very short period of time. You can only get a couple of them. Oh boy, I got
That's also one of the... Oh, yeah, that's also one of the upgrades out of game. The gold upgrades will increase your starting projectiles and stuff like that. Like
that is a shame. I've proven to myself that I can still die in this game. Let me go back and take a look while you guys are playing. I found the Milky Way map. That's good. I'm curious what that does on other levels here, but I'm going to take a look at the power-up stuff. They've added some more power-up stuff as well. There is a curse thing now, which is like kind of you can choose to buy this, and there'll be increases enemy speed, health, quantity, and frequency by 10% per rank. So if you want to face more enemies, you can buy your curse, and apparently you can enable it and disable it as you go. So I have most of these upgrades so far. Growth, 3% more experience per rank. Greed, 10% more coins. I probably need that.
Oh, there's just all this XP here. Oops.
I want a lot of coins. Once per rank allows to get different choices when leveling up. Huh. That's neat. And you can always refund your power-ups at any time that you want to. I have never done that because it's pretty much a basic... Basically, all these things are good for you. I can only see the curse being a bad one. But they do get pretty expensive as you go. So, I'm going to watch you guys play. How about that?
All right.
We're both in the library. Feeling good about your run so far?
I feel okay.
I feel like I feel like I've just been slow to level or something. Like I don't...
I'm gonna get any questions from the chat. If you have any, let me know. I am in the chat room right here today. Like I said, if you're, that's always been the question about the title of this game is it the people who survive the vampires' attack or the vampires that happen to survive? It's very unclear what the lore and the mythos of this game is. I feel like you're kind of a shitty hunter who has come to destroy everything this vampire loves, and he has all these monsters in his basement. You're killing them all, and then he comes out to eventually, like, you've killed 3,000 of my favorite ghosts, and I'm here to kill you in return, and then you kill him. So I don't know. It feels like from the tense of the way that the title is written that it is about vampires who are surviving and not humans who have survived vampires. But the ambiguity of it all is really just kind of, there's a meta text to it. Scholars will be writing about this for decades.
Ages. Yeah, I'm sure.
I think we look at it as these characters sure do look like Belmonts in some cases. That, we're probably some vampire hunters surviving the vampires. That's my stance on it. There are more wheels than doors.
Okay.
Well, I'll delete that voicemail. 'cause we got 5 of those.
I'm actually curious what this looks like without some of these options on. Streamer safe music. I probably should. I'm not even sure what that means. I don't think.
Yeah, did they license some of? I don't know what they. All the Rick Ross tracks that are in here. You know, you got to turn those off.
Yeah. A lot of Tech 9 music for some reason.
Yeah, weird.
Try this out and see the flashing. I've turned off flashing lights and numbers. I don't think I'll play far enough to figure out what the flashing lights do, but it's really interesting. This sloth kind of character is kind of a meme one. It basically is exactly the same as Mortasio, just with the different graphics. I'm really curious about the kind of pause this to go back to questions, but yeah, this map. Oh, it does work on other things, and it looks like it can pick up stuff. So there are. Map seems like it might be a cool new feature if you need to look around.
And it works on every level, not just that one.
I'm in the forest one now, so it looks like it is working. The lore is started with a new character in the dairy factory. There's apparently a vampire, just not yet. So they're still working out the kinks in the story here. It's you got to read all the item pickups to get the whole.
Oh yeah, look at that! I got a map. Huh.
There you go. So you did play in the dairy level.
I did, yeah. I did one run there and just made my way down there and died in the process of getting that map, but I did get the map, so.
Have I killed Death yet? I know there is a way to kill Grim Reaper. I've only ever heard of it as being a result of cheating. I'm not sure if there's a way to do it in game yet. I have dealt a lot of damage to that Grim Reaper. That one run that I had the Lancet and freezing him, and just kind of kept on seeing the numbers pop up, and I was doing a ton of damage. But he survived for about four whole minutes. So you saw how quickly I died after level 30. It is a very it's a soft ending. It's not you don't die immediately, but that Grim Reaper will stand on top of you and immediately very quickly deal all the damage that you have. The Lancet is one weapon that will freeze enemies in place. So you can kind of run around him and freeze him and survive, but there's not much to do after the Grim Reaper comes out. He does kill all the other enemies and nothing else spawns. So basically at that point, you're just kind of running around until you die. I'm curious if I have any plans for more stuff with the Grim Reaper, but honestly, a half hour of this game is about kind of perfect. You don't really, I can't see myself
what
going
does garlic combo with?
Garlic is Pomerola, the plus HP item, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about Santa Water? I think I asked that already. The Attract
Santa
Orb?
Water is Attract Orb, and it becomes Labora. I have done most of these. I have not done the song. There's one listed here called the Song of Mana and the Skull-O-Maniac, which I'm not familiar with. So that is one that it's probably only on the library.
I'll leave the Skull-O-Dream.
Let me know if there's any other questions you have about Vampire Survivors or anything else. Life, love, laughing.
Yeah.
Living, laughing. I was in a bar the other day, and there was somebody who had scribbled in, and I'm very confused by this. He had a little graffito in the bathroom. It was live, laugh, 9/11.
Oh.
I didn't know what that was.
I feel bad that I laughed.
That's very good.
It was a very odd graffito for sure. Bathroom graffiti is one of my favorite things. There are some bathrooms in San Francisco bars that are completely covered in like head to toe, nothing but graffito and graffito.
Yeah, I think that's the technical term.
There's a bar down in San Francisco, I think the Blind Cat, that had a bunch of like Playboy centerfolds on the wall, which and the ladies' room had the Playgirl centerfolds, so it was equal opportunity nudity. But then people got in there with their USPS first class mailing labels with their
band names and websites.
Look at my Instagram, and they covered up all the good nudity stuff.
That sucks.
Funny.
Do I have anything that's even close to max level? Like, no. So I'm so spread out.
Yeah,
well,
that's the thing.
Bibles.
That's
I'm
one
close with Bibles, but I don't know if I have what Bibles mesh with.
You need the that would be the Spellbinder, which is not super great on its own. So sometimes you do have to make compromises.
So.
Yeah, okay, good. Just get that up to level 8, and you'll be okay. That King Bible evolution is pretty good. So you do sometimes. That's one of the things. Like some of the items, the side items that you get are better than others for sure. Like Duplicator is amazing. But then there are some weak ones like generally the Pumarola. I don't do the HP.
Yeah, like health regen's pointless. It's there's enough chicken. You're usually pretty like if you die, it's usually because you fucking fucked up.
Yeah, or you didn't. But again, the big thing to do is probably I've always found a better idea to try to get something evolved as soon as you can. I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe there is a 10-minute timer. Like you have to get past 10 minutes to evolve anything.
Yes.
But you can get to the point where you can get a bunch of evolutions, or at least a couple. Like I had 4 evolutions, I think, by 15 minutes into my last run, and it's just a matter of planning and
there we go.
Out what
Max Bibles, we're ready.
Max Bibles, get a chest and make that upgrade. Apparently,
now
Dairy Farm
knives.
There we go. Knives go with a bracer.
Yeah, I got bracer.
There you go.
Oh, okay. So that's how that works. I've never actually upgraded anything.
Oh wow, really? The evolution?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
okay.
You have to have level 8 weapon, level 1 at minimum item, and then you find a chest after 10 minutes, and it's a guaranteed upgrade. So you'll be doing much better after that.
Bibles, let's go.
What do I got to pair up with the bird?
The bird is the other bird. Pishon and the Ebony Wings are the two that compare, and it's the only evolution where you can level up the evolution, as far as I know. Like you can keep on the Vandalier, I think it's called. You can actually level that up too. It is a crazy amount of DPS, but you do have to put up with the early bird getting the worm and not getting the worm, because it is not at all. Those are really tough. You can't really aim them, and they will miss things very close to you. So they're not super good early on. They will become a lot more powerful as you level them up, but the evolution is pretty powerful.
All right, here's evolved knife.
Oh, thank God for floor chicken.
Floor chicken. Floor chicken, check it and see. Got a fever for a ground turkey.
Okay.
Floor chicken, floor chicken. You gonna watch that Weird Al movie, Jen?
Yeah, I like Daniel Radcliffe.
Good. I do too. Seems like a good kid.
Evan Rachel Wood seems like a interesting choice for Madonna.
Have you seen the pictures of her?
I have not.
Looks pitch perfect. It looks great. She nails that 80s Material Girl era on the dot, as far as I'm concerned. I wasn't alive in the 80s myself. I was kind of a 90s kid, but I've seen pictures of what it was like back in the old days. So
yeah. No, we had cassette tapes. It was crazy.
Domino's had to get you within half an hour. Or
that's right.
Pizza money back.
Yep.
I don't think
you had to agree all to order.
Oh man, I've told the story before, but my favorite thing to do is look up the Yelp reviews for the local Domino's here in Fruitvale, Oakland, California. It is A1 is kind of a dangerous place to be delivering pizza. Probably it's not the nicest neighborhood in the world. So but there's also just kind of this undercurrent of the reviews where I waited 5 hours and. My pizza came and it was very cold. I had to call them and they hung up on me and I didn't get my money back. And like a million of these kind of reviews. I think the average rating is like 1.5 stars for that entire restaurant. And it's sadly enough, I kind of like Domino's pizza, but I don't want to risk it going to this specific local Domino's. There's really a million other
chest music, by the way.
I like the audio in this game a bunch. That little the little sound you get when you're picking up things, like it sounds like a casino.
Oh boy.
Yolanda has a hard time watching this. She says it makes her really anxious, which I can totally see. Like if you have the anxiety about being enclosed or claustrophobia or anything like that, it might not be that.
Oh, what?
Give me the bird.
How'd you die? I don't know. It looks like a big boss. Like, did that boss spawn on top of me and kill me? Did I just miss it? I don't actually.
Everybody in the chat is saying that was bullshit.
Did I just not see?
You walked into
it. Yeah. Bad spawn. Okay, yeah. I must have walked into it while I was spawning.
I've never seen something spawn into like the dirt.
Yeah. Normally it's
I've never
far away.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like also you get in a zone in this game where there's stuff I just miss. The stuff I just don't see.
Sure.
I definitely I haven't streamed a huge amount of this except for the one recording we did in January, but actually trying to talk and play at the same time, it sneaks up on you because it's so easy for most of the time, and then when it's not easy though, the game will let you know that you should be paying attention in a way that is very abrupt and sudden. So let Jan finish his run. Maybe we can think if you have any questions about what
we could call it a day. I mean, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, if this is Vampire Survivors, man. This is $3 on Steam. I think that was the kind of original thing that kind of got me to take a chance on it. Like, oh, $3, whatever. It's not free to play, which means that probably probably most free to play games are not like worth. I wouldn't say not worth the time, but $3 is enough of a weird kind of price range to. Oh, you got some birds on you there, Jan. Boy,
I've befriended the birds.
Befriended the birds.
Wow.
Yeah, Vampire Survivors. I highly recommend checking it out if you're on PC. I think it isn't. I don't even know if it's on consoles.
It is not
that far into
No. Unfortunately,
I think this is made by like one person or a very small team. It's but I feel like it's popular enough that it probably ends up coming to consoles at some point.
Yeah.
Like that seems like something they should do.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
But in the meantime, yeah, it's $3 on Steam. I highly recommend you check it out. It's got a bunch of stuff to do in it. It looks like they're constantly adding new stuff, and it seems like they're gonna support it. I mean, this dude has made a lot of money out of this so far. If it is one person, so he's living his best life. But that's Vampire Survivors. It's kind of low key one of my favorite games to come out this year or late last year, which I count as 2022 because I can't.
Sure,
count.
Same thing.
Yeah, same dealio.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Rory. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.